Okay, I'm gonna make some Toll House cookies, only they're with Kirkland chips, and I'm using Kirkland's recipe, so they're really not Toll House cookies. So we call those Mom's cookies or Kirkland's cookies. Actually, they're Kirkland's Costco cookies. All right, so we start with the ingredients. The first thing I do is I add the baking soda, a teaspoon of baking soda and half a teaspoon of salt to the flour and whisk it so that all of that is really incorporated, so you don't have flat cookies and fat cookies, but they're all kind of uniform. Okay, so here we go. All right, so here is my half teaspoon of salt. I use kosher salt, and a teaspoon of baking soda. I use Arm & Hammer baking soda. All right, so I'm gonna just whisk that into my flour. Now when I add my flour to the mix, I don't know, I just feel like all the parts that make it rise, it'll be equal throughout. I've got all my stuff going. Here's the bowl I'm gonna mix everything in. Chips, cut up pecans, the flour with the baking soda and salt. I've got a stick and a half of butter that is room temperature. I got a half a cup of cane sugar, organic cane sugar, and a cup of organic light brown sugar. Yes, and pure vanilla. I think that's everything. I still have to get the eggs out. Okay, but I got that. Here we go. Okay, so, oops, I moved it, didn't I? I just got that set up too. All right. Okay, I'm good. I'm just gonna crack my eggs so I can have them ready. The reason I do it into a cup first is I don't want to accidentally get eggshells. So sometimes if you just crack eggs directly into a recipe, it's really hard to retrieve any of the little shells that might get lost. So I'm gonna put that into the ingredients, or it is an ingredient. I'm gonna put it into the cookies. Okay, I'm gonna start with my stick and a half of butter. I'm just gonna pop it in there, right? And I'm gonna add to it the half a cup of cane sugar and a full cup of brown sugar. It's packed pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna get this hooked up together. I'm gonna get that going. Okay, this is the butter and the sugar, and I'm gonna blend it until it's kind of smoother looking and less clumpy, because you don't want the buttering clumps in your recipe either, or you'll have, I don't know, more flat cookies from where the butter is. It goes in looking fat and it comes out looking flat, but it's not good. All right, to the butter and sugar, I'm gonna add the 2 eggs. And some people say you add them one at a time, but I've got this, and I can't add stuff as easy. It's gotta go through here, what I added. I haven't figured this out because it's a new mixer, because I killed all the others. Anywho, and then a little bit of vanilla. And I'm gonna be honest, I am kind of, it said 1 teaspoon. I know that was probably more, but I always add extra vanilla. I feel like it's tastier that way. So sue me. If I can get this. Oh, I did it one-handed. Yay. And then I bring this down. Okay, now I can get that going. So I want to really cream this. I want this to all get really creamy in there before I do anything else. Sorry, it's looking through here. But I can't, once it's going, I can't lift that. Well, it's getting there. All right, so now, I got another trick. Hold on. Now, my other trick is I don't just add the flour, because normally you would just add the flour to that. But I like to add the nuts and the chips to the flour, because it just, in my mind, and this could be something I made up in my head, but I feel like it suspends it throughout the cookie, and you don't end up with a bunch of clumps at the bottom of the cookie or I just feel like that if everything is coated in the flour, it just makes the cookie more even. And it really isn't about taste, it's about texture and about having the right ratio of chips and nuts in your cookie. So that's one of my secrets. All right, now I'm gonna add that to the mix of this. So it's gonna take a minute because I have to put it in through here, and it just takes a little longer than it would. That's just the way it is. I think I'm gonna put it on stir. Yeah, that'll be better. Yeah, I can't do it because I need a hand to pour, I need a hand to hold the camera, and I need to hold the bowl. So I can't do it. I'm gonna come back. Okay, yeah, I just dumped the whole bowl in there because this is just gonna make it easier. So once I get this down, now I can make it go. And we're just gonna mix it just until it's all mixed. I don't wanna create any gluten. You don't want bread cookies. You just want it all mixed up. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, I'm gonna let it down. Let's see. How are we looking? Did it get it all from the bottom? It did. Okay. All right, I need 2 hands again. All right, so I've got the ovens both preheated to 375. I've got my pans lined with parchment paper. I have scraped down the sides of my bowl. Here's my big bowl, right? You can see in there, there's my mix. All right, and I have laid out my, let's see, you can see, oh yeah, these to help cool the cookies, the little grids. I can't think of what the name is. Anyway, I'm just gonna put my cookies on the tray into the oven, and they should be good. I usually cook them, it just depends. The ovens are kind of persnickety, but usually somewhere around 8 minutes total per tray, maybe 9, it depends. So I'm just gonna start putting my cookies, yeah. So little more than maybe a tablespoon, about like a heaping tablespoon. That's okay. Long as they're all the same size. It doesn't really matter what size, as long as you do them all the same. Because if you have big cookies and little cookies on the same tray, then you're gonna get burned cookies or extra doughy cookies. And extra doughy is not bad, burned is bad. So I always try to get them about the same size. All right. This can take a little bit. Talking about something. What's a good subject to talk about? I don't know. I love you guys. I do. You guys are awesome. I really just want to make all these videos to kind of preserve stuff that, I don't know. It may not be healthy. I mean, chocolate chip cookies, not really healthy, right? But they do, I don't know. There's a time when there's nothing that does what a chocolate chip cookie coming right out of the oven. It just, there's a memory reflex with it, and it's a nice way to give something to somebody and let them know you thought enough about them to cook for them. You know, took an hour out of your day or 45 minutes or however long. This really doesn't take very long. So I just wanted to take that time out of my day and create something on video that'll last for everybody. Because time moves along and you can't get it back, you know? All right, moving this over to here. Back. Okay. We're going to do some more. Yeah. Keeping them all about the same. Okay. Well, bam. Maybe Joey can make this go fast forward, right? Through the boring parts. don't know. Don't know. It is February 13th, the day before Valentine's. There's just really not a whole lot going on here. Kind of business as usual, you know. It's not really cold outside. I think it's high 60s, may even be in the 70s. It's really nice out there. But that probably means that it'll probably be cold or hot. It could do either. Who knows? You just have to have all the different kinds of clothes to wear, given what it does, even time of day, right? You could start off kind of chilly, and around noonish, you need shorts, and then 5-ish sets in, and you need, I don't know, sweats, and you're under a blanket by, you know, 9. So, who knows? You just sort of live your life. Tuck and roll, right? You plan too much, and you'll end up with something that doesn't really work. Okay, still going here. Let's see. My astrology today said that my natal Saturn is conjunct the transiting Saturn. And Saturn isn't very nice. Saturn is kind of slows you down and makes you do stuff you don't want to do. I don't know. Saturn's kind of like an old man. Not nice. Not that old men aren't nice. Old men are nice. But I just picture Saturn being this old bossy guy. And I don't like that. So I got both of them working against me today. So I thought, well, heck, let's make some really good food and some good videos. And I know that these aren't the videos that like could be on the internet, because I'm making it with my phone and my hair is really not good. But the cookies are going to be delicious. Ooh, that kind of fell off. Getting it? Okay. So it's not, I don't care about any of that. I just care about making something that lasts, which is probably a Saturn thing. Saturn in Pisces, no less. So I don't know how long that's going to last, the Saturn in Pisces. But I expect I'll get a lot done. And maybe I'll have a different perspective by the time it's all done. I don't know. Perspectives are important, right? I finished all my Juju Vibe. I got the book written. It's on Kindle and paperback. And then I created the web app through React, and that is at jujuvibe.com and Katie Lou's Parlor. And I think I'm going to change Katie Lou's Parlor into something that can hold recipes and videos. And you can play with the app for Juju Vibe Tarot. You can draw a card. You can draw 3 cards. And on the 3 cards, you can do present, past, future. You can do obstacle, present, obstacle, current situation, obstacle, outcome, current situation, not obstacle, but opportunity, and result, final result, and then love, you, your love, and your relationship. Those are the 3 cards, draws. And then there's the Celtic Cross spread, which has a lot of positions. And then there's a gallery of all the cards, so you can go and look by suit, or, you know, all of them. And they have all the interpretations on them and everything. It's kind of off camera there, sorry. And let's see. There's a journal, so whenever it says save entry, you can click save entry, and it should save on your phone or on your computer, whatever you're using. I think that stays with you until you clear, I don't know what that is, when you wipe it out completely on your computer from your browser's memory, then I think you lose your journal. So don't do that if you really want to save them, but you can always screenshot them. There's no looking to try to get into people's emails, whoever's been there. I don't want any part of that. I just wanted to make something fun. All right. This is the last cookie. I'm trying to make it about, I got this much left. So now I've got to kind of go and see who doesn't have enough. Need a little redistribution of the cookie dough here to make it all even so nobody gets burned. I don't know, there's probably a metaphor there for life. So when you see somebody who doesn't have enough cookie dough, give them some of yours so they don't get burned, I guess. All right, I'm gonna put it on that guy. Now he looks a little tubby. That's all right. He won't get burned. And hopefully he won't make the others get burned. All right, so let me turn this around so you can see. All right, so there's all of our cookie doughs, right? We're ready to go. There's the Kirkland Chocolate Chips. There's the recipe we're using. It's on the bag, very simple. There is all of the workout things, and no, that is not cocaine there. Just so you know, nope, that is creatine. And this is, oh, Shilajit? That's Joe's. Okay. Okay, with this oven, it really cooks from the bottom because this is the top oven in the double ovens, and they're, I think they're almost 30 years old now. Yeah, because they were like 1994. So yeah, 30 years old. So I'm gonna start it there up the top, right, for 3 minutes. I'm putting that on there. 3 minutes on my timer. Then after 3 minutes, I'm gonna move it down to the bottom rack in the top oven, and I'm gonna put another tray of cookies on top for another 3 minutes. Then when the bottom of those cookies start looking brown on the bottom rack, then I'm gonna move them down to the bottom oven, which is also at 375, because it only cooks the top part of something. It's given all it's got. But it's really good at cooking the top part of cookies. So you can't go more than 2 minutes or it will burn. We want them a little bit gooey because that's everybody's favorite. All right, love ya. Okay, so I just put the second one in there, but you can see I just moved these down, how they're kind of raw looking, but in about 3 minutes, the bottoms of those will start looking a little more brown and they'll be ready to move further down into the bottom oven. Okay, so I had to take it 4 minutes, and you can see how the bottom part, how it's kind of getting golden brown at the bottom. Those are ready to go to the bottom one. Okay, all right, so I added the new dough to the top. The second batch of dough is now on the bottom. And the bottom oven, I put these guys in, but they can only take that direct heat for about 2 minutes or they'll get burned. So I'm gonna set the timer here to 2 minutes and check them, but I may even check them sooner than that because they burn very fast. Okay, I've got less than a minute left on these, but you see they're already really getting nice and golden brown, but in a blink of an eye they will be burned. So I'm gonna take them out and I'm just gonna let them hang out on the tray. They still look a little gooey, but I like them that way. Okay, there we go. Got all that. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna leave these guys alone. Now I've got to remember the other guys in there and check their bottoms. Nope, they're good. Keep going. 2 minutes I'm gonna give them. All right, we're gonna check them. Oh yeah, they're starting to get a little golden brown at the bottom. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna move them down. Oh no, I've done a horrible thing. How am I gonna do this? Okay. Oh, good Lord. All right, let's see. These are starting to get kind of golden brown. They're still a little doughy looking. I may take them out, because if I close it and turn around and then look back, they'll be burned. They're worse than an avocado ripening. It just happens all of a sudden and then it's too late. That one looks really doughy. I'm gonna give them a few more seconds. Let's try it. We're living scary. Good Lord. I don't trust it. It's gonna burn. 20 seconds have gone by, 20 plus. But was too doughy. You don't want them like gross. I mean, let's face it, E. coli probably doesn't taste too good. Or salmonella or whatever's in there because you didn't cook it all the way. I didn't cook it all the way. I feel like we're getting there. Oh, good Lord. 45 seconds extra. All right, I think I have to take you out just based on principle. Those look good. All right, now I gotta move these. Are they? Yep, they're looking good on the bottom. They could use probably another minute. All right. Whew, this is exhausting. Not really. This is fun. All right. Let's see. Move these over there. La-da-da-da, la-da-dee. Oh no, there's water in my spatula. Don't you hate that when you wash the spatula and then somehow it gets in the handle? I don't know why, but it's running down my hand. All right. Let's try not to get any water on the cookies because that's not in the recipe. And really, I mean, it seems to happen a lot. There we go. How do those look? Those look pretty good, huh? Get it. This is hard to do with holding a phone. Oh no, those last two are going to be hard to get under. The timer's going off because I got to move that last batch of cookies down. All right, here we go. I may have to put the phone down. Oh yeah, those guys are very ready. Ooh. Let's see. Yep, we just need a little bit of crispy on top, so we're gonna give it 2 minutes. All right, it says we still have a minute left, but these are going to burn. Those are, I tell you, every one of the batches, it's always different, but I think because I left it in this oven for probably at least an extra minute. So we're gonna call it, we're gonna turn everything off. Okay. And we're mostly done. I just have to get those off. All right, so in conclusion, chocolate chip cookies came out pretty good. See? I probably should turn the phone around. Oh, I can't because I'm videoing. God, I still haven't learned that, right? I'm back. Anyway, I love you guys. That's all that matters. And I hope everything is going really well with you, and I don't know. I love you. Bye. Forgot to eat a cookie. All right, so let's pick a good one. This looks like a good one, huh? That was really good. Okay, cookies are delicious. I really love cookies. Love you guys. Bye-bye. All right, so we just made cookies, but I wanted to show you my sourdough starter is at its height. I fed it this morning around 9, and it is like as high as it's gonna get for the day, and then it starts to go down. I'll feed it again tomorrow, but that's the cool part about starter. So here, let me turn. So see, here we go. It's up to the 3-quart mark, and normally I have 3 cups, and then I feed it, and that takes it to what, 1.5 quarts, which is 6 cups. That's just when it's fed, and then now this is all the air that it's created, and by tomorrow morning all of this will be really tasty. It'll have that tang that sourdough has. So I just wanted to show you it really does expand. I'll make another video tomorrow morning when I feed it so you can see. It really only gets fed to here. Then tomorrow morning I'll take it down again to 3 cups, and I'll take out 3 cups of this, the additional, and that's what I'll cook with. That's what I made our pizzas with, was this dough. And you can see it's already getting very bubbly, and it's very active. So maybe I'll make a video on how to start a starter and get that going, because it's just flour and water. There's nothing really tricky about it. It's just flour and water. It takes about 10 days, and every day you have to take half out and add the other half back. So I think I started with a cup, and so that's a cup of flour and a half a cup of water. And that sounds wrong, but half a cup of water is the same weight as a cup of flour. So you're adding equal parts, 1 to 1. But after about 10 days, you get that tanginess, I guess all the good bacteria, all the yeasties, all that stuff just sort of is in the air, and it just comes to life. So this one has been going since before the holidays, because I know I made rolls and all of that for Thanksgiving. So I just keep it alive, and when I'm not using it, I seal it, I put it in the refrigerator, I feed it, then I seal it. I would get it to this point. I would get it to rise as high, and then I would put it in the refrigerator. And it could be in the refrigerator for a couple of weeks, and it doesn't die. You just have to give it a chance to come back to room temperature. And I usually give it a day before I try to cook with it, after it's been in the refrigerator for a week or even a couple of days. But it's still going, and it's made a lot of good stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to show you all that. I love you. Bye.